Today's story is by Black Volumes. Links in the description below. I was born at 11 p.m. on December 31st, 1999. Before midnight, I was born another 4,999 times. Since that inexplicable day in 1999, I have simultaneously experienced life as 5,000 physically separate human beings. But I am only one person. I cannot explain it. I inhabit various countries, and I live 5,000 lives. I work with my other selves. It has benefited me in numerous measurable and immeasurable aspects of life. You may have questions. Do I have a singular personality? A singular sense of self? I'm not entirely certain. Perhaps I do, but I have differing hopes, dreams, and ideals as each person. Some of my selves are introverted and sweet, whilst others are extroverted and brash. This is not a case of DID, dissociative identity disorder. This is an entirely foreign notion. Explaining it is impossible. It feels so everyday to me, like breathing or thinking. Do you really comprehend the very nature of your existence? Not the science of it, the feeling of existing. The feeling of having a mind and a soul. In the same way, I don't know how I exist. I write this post as Mark, a 24-year-old man with a wife and a baby boy. I am one of 927 selves with children, and that number will only rise as the years continue. It's a frightening new chapter of my life, as I wonder whether my kids might inherit this gift, have navigated this uncharted territory. But who's to say that they would? As Mark, I work at a big bank in the city. One of my other selves lives in the same city. I am a baker named Lucy, and as Mark, I try to help Lucy as much as possible. As Lucy, I am excellent at what I do, and I have a fantastic work ethic. And as Mark, I am a moral person. Mark definitely does things by the book. No. That's strange. I won't talk about myself in the third person. Sorry, this is new to me. I have never shared my secret with anyone. There is no word in any language to describe this anomaly to you. And why would there be words for something nobody else has ever experienced? Though, given this week's horrifying events, I'm no longer sure that I live this life alone. Last Wednesday, as Lucy, I came into the bank to apply for a business loan. I wanted to open my own bakery in the city. As Mark, I agreed to handle her case. Now, I would never give myself any handouts. As Lucy, I wouldn't want to be gifted the world on a platter. I want to prove my worth as a skilled baker. Everything about this meeting was going to be above board. As Mark, I would treat myself, Lucy, in the same way as any other customer. "Hello," I said as Lucy. "Hello," I replied as Mark. I am starting to comprehend how unnatural my situation must appear to those with only one body and one mind. I would like to apply for a business loan, I said, as Lucy. Of course. I've been reviewing your case, Lucy, I said, as Mark. The projections are impressive, and your online store's success bodes well for the success of your physical business. I think you deserve the loan. And then, something new happened. I was no longer Lucy. As Mark, I unsteadily looked up from the documents on the table and found myself locking eyes with the woman sitting across from me. The woman whose mind was no longer my own. The woman whose body was no longer my own. The woman whose awful, malevolent smile was certainly not my own.
What's the matter, Mark?
She asked in a cold, inhuman whisper. Sweat dripping down my face, I stuttered and stammered. I was unable to explain the sensation of being banished from my own brain and body. But most horrifyingly, I was unable to explain the bug-eyed expression on her face, the ever-tightening smile, the robotic stiffness of her posture.
Do you think I deserve the loan, Mark?
Lucy asked, giggling eerily. I gulped deeply. What? I don't...
No, I don't think I deserve it either.
She icily interrupted.
I don't think it would be natural, Mark. Do you?
I shivered in fear as Lucy's head leaned listlessly to the left. Suddenly, the woman rose and toppled the chair over. Several customers turned their heads to witness the commotion. We uncomfortably watched the slightly off-kilter lady walk out of the bank at an alarmingly fast pace. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. Before I could reconcile the horror of suddenly being 4,999 people, being a lesser self, Lucy walked into the main road. The ceaseless, blurry flow of inner-city traffic pays no mind to oblivious pedestrians. The truck driver had no opportunity to brake. Onlookers screamed as they watched Lucy crumple like a test dummy into a mound of misshapen limbs. The rest of the day passed my eyes behind a dense fog. The manager sent everybody home, and I shuffled to bed without saying much to my wife. Across Earth, 4,999 people mourned Lucy, the first of my selves to die. I know that I have lived 24 unnatural years. Nothing should faze me, but I still keep reliving the uncanny terror of watching something steal my body and destroy it before my very eyes. It wasn't until Thursday morning that the ringing in my ears ceased and some form of brain function returned. I vaguely remembered an ambulance arriving and paramedics taking Lucy's body from the scene. Did she survive? I wondered. I rushed to the inner city hospital and inquired at the front desk. Lucy was there. Against all odds, doctors had saved her. She was in a coma, but she was very much alive. Or is she still me? I wondered. I might have been exaggerating the horror of what happened in the bank. Who knows what really happened to Lucy? A stroke, perhaps. But maybe the accident reset me. My soul might return to her body, making me 5,000 once more. When I strolled over to her bed, however, that notion quickly fled my brain. Lucy was still wearing that misplaced smile on her pale, battered face. Whatever happened to her, I knew she was no longer a part of me. In fact, she no longer looked human. And I don't know what possessed my body, but I know it's coming for the rest of me. It threatened me. It called me unnatural. I can feel a change in my mini selves, a frost in my soul. It won't stop until it has taken all 5,000 of my lives.